What is going on, guys? You already know what it is. Kai Beam Podcast, episode 32. Of course, I'm Kai Beam, and I'm here with Mr. Elusive and Gamdo, of course. And today, we got a quite a diverse bit of topics. Some of them are not listed here, of course, but we're gonna be going over what we watched, such as the Matrix Trilogy on Gamdo's part. And I watched quite a few movies this week, and one of them really fucking sucked. That being Gunpowder Milkshake. But I also want to talk about Red Dead 2 online because I've been playing that. There's been a new collection event on Apex, but also there is some shit going on with Apex's servers currently as well. So that should be funny. But yeah, there's the stuff with the dinner with Jay-Z. The question that you posed or $500,000, and then we got some DBS stuff. Um, all that going on. So, what do you guys want to start with?
Well, let's talk about the Apex thing because I don't know, I don't play it, but I didn't hear anyone talk about how messed up the servers were.
Yeah, basically, what's going on is like ever since the collection update that dropped, um, essentially they dropped their Rampart heirloom. There's the collection event. There's a new POI, point of interest, on the map, and basically ever since that dropped, no one has been. No, I shouldn't say no one. Some people are able to get into the game, others aren't. But even when you do, just yesterday I was playing, and like the shit was like fucking up. Like I would be trying to punch people and it wouldn't like lock on or anything. It would just like miss them. I was like, what the fuck is this? And so like yeah, it's just and this just goes into question like again, you have these corporations where it's like, bro, where is all the money that you guys are making going to? Like
What
honestly.
is that the reason why I tried to log in yesterday? I couldn't even log in. It was just on the login screen, like just spinning around constantly. I was wondering what was going on with it, so I just turned it off because I just wanted to play a quick game of Apex last night before I like going to sleep. But I logged in and I spent a good 10 minutes on the login screen. It just kept spinning around like loading, and I'm like, well, this is stupid. I'm on a PS5. It shouldn't take this long to log me in into Apex. So I just turn it off and just call it a night.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
exactly.
I didn't know what was going on though.
Yeah, it's just been since the update. Um, uh, since the update happened, yeah, it's just been fucked up. And with Rampart's heirloom, that actually turned out a lot better than I thought. Because on paper, it sounds like it's just a wrench, but the animations and stuff ended up being a lot cooler. I'm not really a Rampart main or anything, so for the Rampart people, I'm sure it's pretty fun. But she also got a small update, um, and it's pretty cool, like in terms of the skins and stuff. But again, respawn, man, it's like, bro, whatever company that handles your servers, you guys need to break away from them, man, because like it's just Apex is like going on like what 3 years old at this point. Like server issues like this should not be happening, bro. It should not be happening.
Damn. I mean, I did hear. Well, I think this could be like a reason why this is happening is because, and it kind of ties into the whole Geforce database leak because a lot of PS4 games, PS5 games are coming to PC, but then there's also a lot of sequels too, which was saw one of them was Titanfall 3.
Right.
So I don't know if that could be the reason right there. They're just completely shifting focus because I mean, when was the last time we had a Titanfall 2? Or when was the last time Titanfall 2 came out?
It's been a while, man. It was like 2016.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, it's just one of those things that where a company is also getting complacent with their game, where like like the Apex has been on a roll lately, but I think they just got they just got a little bit too complacent with the road that they were on and just stopped paying too much attention to the servers and underestimating some of like the bottleneck like servers will face when something popular comes out. Because
Yeah.
the Apex community is growing rapidly, you know. So
That is
if
true.
if
It's true.
companies like if Respawn and like EA is like gonna be releasing these contents where they're gonna be bringing in new players, they also need to pay attention to like the server. But I guess they were just paying attention to the money this time around and like just sitting back and chilling and just waiting for shit to print money for them. But you see how that turns out, and they're just gonna come out with some bullshit statement and say, "Oh yeah, we're sorry about this. We know our fans are not enjoying this, and we promise we're gonna do better. This is unacceptable, and we're gonna fix this." Then guess what? They'll work hard and fix it again. Then freaking 6 or 7 months down the line, the same shit is gonna happen again.
I can see that happening.
Yeah, because it's just like these corporations, man. Like, especially you could take a look at what's happened, this far or thus far, like in gaming in general. Like, we've had so many games just come out. They're touting all these things, like, oh yeah, it's gonna come out fixed and or come out, working and all this shit, and then it comes out broken, just complete trash, garbage, kind of like Cyberpunk. And there's numerous examples of this, and it's like, when are you guys gonna focus on actually making stable working games and that I feel like I'm not wasting my money on? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know if Apex is not careful, because Call of Duty the Warzone shit has fallen off simply because they don't give a fuck about the hackers or anything like that.
And it's funny that you mentioned that because like Bungie with Destiny just implemented something called like the Battle Eye, which is like an anti-cheat
What?
system, like an anti-cheat system that they just introduced. And now with that introduction of it, like you know how Trials of Osiris used to be like raiding with cheaters, kind of like how Warzone used to be raiding with cheaters, right? Like now like Trials of Osiris like had like the most like one of like the most player peak of all times this gone weekend. And now you know how initially you have to form a like a pre-formed team to go into trials. You could just load into trials now and have a team, and you can have like a pre-made team with you, like a matchmaking. It has matchmaking now, and like they had one of the biggest success this weekend with trials this weekend. So with that implementation of that Battle Eye anti cheat system, it seems like Trials of Osiris is becoming way more popular. And like initially, I think that they said like the percentage in which it like the player peak this time around was about because usually like the player peak was about around 20%, but this time around it's like the trials player peak went up about 75% on this gone weekend. And I'm like, yeah, that's real nice right there because trials used to be one of like Destiny's main core activity way back when, and Destiny 1 was used to be the game on the block. But when Destiny 2 rolled around, a lot of people didn't like Trials anymore because it was just out of it was just like one of those game modes that just you get steamrolled the entire time, or you just have a lot of cheaters like skipping around through walls and doing all kinds of crazy stuff and shooting you through walls and shit. So like people didn't like it, but apparently it's coming back now, and like the way Bungie is going about it, like they're super paying attention to the servers and like making like on the dime changes and updates and stuff, fixing things. I'm like, that's how you're supposed to do games, especially competitive games that like are in that competitive online nature. You gotta keep constantly paying attention to it to like make on the fly changes and make the game better for people for players to better enjoy it.
Right.
Right. Maybe there's like a Blizzard thing going on. That's the reason why it's so shitty. Because I'm
Most
not gonna
likely.
say that. I'm not gonna say. Well, I wouldn't say most likely. I'll just be like, maybe it is because
Uh, I
that's what
mean,
happened with Blizzard
but
when
Bungie is
people were like,
not
why is it?
connected to
No,
Blizzard.
No, no, I was talking about with Apex. The reason why like this shit's so wonky is because there's like shit going on, uh, within like their own like departments, and like they can't be focused because there's like some shit going on.
Internal nonsense going on to that company
Yeah,
with
because you know,
shenanigans.
you know the Blizzard thing. You know the Blizzard thing definitely set some stuff off to,
That's true.
um, for everyone else. So they're probably like, oh shit, like, Mary, I need to see you. Like, come on. But
Come
Yeah.
on to the office.
yeah,
Yeah.
who knows? Honestly, who knows? But yeah, I hope they fix it. I mean, because yeah, I know you guys, especially Beam, plays it a lot, and ever since they banned those Chinese kids from playing the games, Beam has a higher chance of shit like that. Call
to
him
get
Predator
to
Beam
get the
from now on.
Apex
Beam.
Predator
Yeah,
now.
I'm far
Yeah.
from Predator, nigga. We've been hard stuck diamond. We're hoping we can get the Masters next split, but I don't know. That shit is still fucking ridiculously hard, bro. It's so challenging.
I do want to say though, real quick, since we're like talking about the leaks and stuff, because I don't think you guys have heard about the Geoforce or Geforce. I don't know why I call it Geoforce. The Geforce database leaks with the PC ports, because I really, really want to play God of War, and I'm like so tempted to buy it on my PlayStation 4 because I seen it. It's $20, so if you never played it, go and pick it up at GameStop or wherever. Um, but yeah, that game along with Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon Forbidden West, the one that was just announced, Ratchet and Clank, all those games apparently, it's rumored to be heading to the PC. I mean, we've seen it before because of what was it, Death Stranding. So there's nothing to actually say that this can't happen. But if it does, would you guys pick up a PC port if you ever get your PC all souped up and shit
For what?
to
Probably
get
not.
these?
Probably not
Yeah.
for me
For the
personally,
exclusives?
because like
Yeah.
I've already played God of War, and I'm gonna
Right.
replay it now. Actually,
And also,
so,
it's not like it's gonna be like, besides the frame rate increase, the graphic isn't gonna be any more different than say playing it on the PS5 anyway. So you're
Well,
just gonna have a better frame rate.
yeah.
I would think people would mod it. That's
Okay.
your only incentive to actually get a
Right.
PC port because I think I've seen mods for Horizon Zero Dawn because I guess people want to see Eivor in just a leaf bikini, but yeah.
That's a sick
I don't know.
fucks. Sick fucks.
Stupid mods and stuff.
You want to see her in a mutt suit?
No, because she's like, I'm pretty sure the first fucking Horizon game, she's only like 18. So yeah, that's a little weird. Hey, you got to be down
Stop.
bad for that, my boy. Down bad.
Stop no one. Yeah, but yeah, that's basically the whole thing right there. Honestly, I find it interesting that PS4 games are starting to head to the PC. I think it's actually pretty cool because who knows, it might actually open up the doors for actual cross-gen or crossplay, a true crossplay,
I
like
mean,
what happened with
it's not every time Sony releases a PS or PlayStation exclusive, even though I think it's going to come to the PC eventually, it's not going to be one of those things that's going to come to PC on day one anyway. It's just going to be
no,
after they make all that money that they want to milk out of players on the PlayStation ecosystem, then they're going to release it on PC to milk more money from players on the PC.
yeah. I mean, again, you'd have to just want to play the game on like either just your PC so you can do the exact same things I just said, like audit or whatever. Because you're right, you're not getting anything else. Graphics are just going to be the same.
Pretty much going to be a sandwich of that frame rate, guys. If it doesn't,
Yeah.
if it is properly optimized, because if it isn't a really good optimization for the PC, it's just going to be crap anyway. Even though it's going to be a decent game, it's still going to be like a really good game without the proper optimization. It can really go shitty really quickly.
Right. But I don't know. Time will tell. I don't think they really said if there's like an event that's tied to this or not. But I guess some people were trying to tie it to the PlayStation event that happened last week. Man, that shit was still so lit, man. I swear to God, that was the best event PlayStation had in I think years. But
Yeah, like
we ain't treading to the
that was
past.
awesome. That shit was
Yeah. So since we're kind of on the games and stuff right here, Beam has finally got his chance to play Red Dead 2 online. How was that, my guy?
Yeah, it's actually kind of fun. The only reason I really started playing was because of my friend. Uh, they wanted to. They just asked if I had Red Dead, and I was like, "Oh shit, well, yeah." I haven't played in a while, so I really wish there was a PS5 upgrade. Hey, Rockstar, instead of doing it for GTA for the fucking 70th time, how about you do it for Red Dead? Because it kind of sucks loading up this game and it's only 30 frames per second. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's pretty gross.
You know they're gonna just resell the whole thing. You have to buy $60 to $70. They're not gonna just do that upgrade.
Of course they aren't, because they like to fucking quadruple, quintuple dip, because they're assholes and they just they don't care. But
yeah.
In terms of the actual gameplay though, yeah, I'm actually having fun. Doing the missions online and I will say the character creator though, like, I was gonna make a dude, but like they're fucking ugly, man. Like what? Like
I mean, it's the Wild West.
Fuck,
They don't care.
The fucking faces, like I just didn't like any of them, so I just ended up making a chick. And then I was gonna make a black chick, but then like that shit looked weird to me too, and I was just like, what the fuck is this, man? Like they need to do better on character.
Most games are just awful with black character creation.
They really are. Like it's terrible.
I made a black character in Red Dead 2, and he looked pretty fine. I mean, it kind of depends. Wait a minute, does this still follow the same thing as GTA, where you got to pick your parents? Because it's been a while since I created it.
No, like it was more so like preset faces, and then you like mess with shit, and
you just gotta tweak it then.
Yeah, like I don't know. I just didn't like the faces that they had. I mean, I guess I could have sat there and tweaked it, but I was just like, it just looked fucking weird. Like, and then
you gotta tweak that shit, man, because people in the Wild West were fugly as hell. So you gotta.
No, yeah,
but
like I mean, I could have multiple characters anyway. So I just made like a ginger chick, but a ginger chick with a fucking Indian braid type shit going on. But yeah, man, it's been pretty fun, honestly. Like I actually ended up getting that, their equivalent of the season pass, because they had this thing where it was like $5 for like 25 gold, which is exactly what you need for the season pass.
Oh,
so
was it $5 now? What the fuck?
Yeah, so I got the season pass like literally just now. So then like I'm finally like, God, I hate my horse, bro. Like that my horse fucking sucks. Like that horse fucking sucks.
You don't like milkshake?
No.
Or do you have Pepsi?
No.
He has a starter horse, so like his horse is literally ass. I think you have to do a mission. You have to do a couple missions till you get like another horse, or do you already get the pony?
Yeah, when I got the season pass though, like it gave me like a little coupon thing, so I could get like 50% off on a Mustang. So I'm just gonna fucking do a couple missions, get my money up, and then just buy one. Cause like, yeah, that horse right there fucking sucks. Like I'll be playing with my friend, and they just be hella far ahead of me, like hella far. And they're like, "Yeah, you coming?" I'm like, "Yeah, nigga, yeah, I'm trying. I'm fucking trying."
Your horse has like asthma and shit. Like got like a bum knee. Like, there's just everything going wrong with your horse. It's just not working right, and you gotta. I'm not gonna lie, that game is a grind. Like,
it is. It definitely is.
To be honest, if you think you're gonna grind Apex and Red Dead at the same time, good luck with that, because it's so hard to get gold in that game. Like, you really have to, you really have to grind like the actual story, not the story missions and the events that happen with it. Because me and my friend were playing. Start out with like we had like 5 gold, and then like I succumbed to it a little bit to where I was just buying gold. I think I only like bought it twice, but did that, and I grinded it the rest of the way because it's a lot. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, literally, like, because some of the missions will give you like 1 cent of gold, which is like like that's some fuck shit, honestly. Like, that is honestly some fuck shit, bro.
Hang on, let me look at my player now.
It's fucking just awful. But I mean, in terms of the gameplay, it's still that fun, quick, snappy gameplay. Like, man, it is funny when you fight people online, though, man. Because like there was this one
you
time.
actually ran into people online?
Yeah, because like there was this one time like usually I just keep to myself, but I was just running and then someone killed me because they were just trying to kill people, and I was like, all right, bet. So then like I respond. And the nigga tried to run up on me. I just pulled out the shotty and just clocked him. And then immediately after, he was just like, "Yeah, do you want a truce?" I was like, "Nigga, fuck you for that. Like, you're the one who ran up on me and shot me, and now you want a truce because I just shot your head off. Like, fuck you, man, bro. Fuck you." But yeah, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun actually. Like, cause I remember when I initially tried to play it. Like when it first came out, and yeah, like it was not as fleshed out as it is now. I'll just say that it was pretty terrible in the beginning. Like they didn't have a majority of the shit they had now. Like,
it still kind of was because the fact that God, there was this event that was going on. It was like called the Capitale, where it was basically like extra missions where you can earn like extra gold and money and stuff like that. But it was so half-assed, and like the dumb thing was like whenever you did a mission, you collect more Capitale to do eventually another mission that costs 25 of the Capitale. For some reason, it's like currency, which makes no sense at all. But if you fail that mission, or if you die, or if the game crashes, if you're like on PC, you can't restart that mission. You have to pay an extra 25 Capitale for you to actually do the mission again. So people were really pissed off with that. But I mean, yeah, for like the most part though, like what you really have to do is just make sure you get the gold to do like your roles and stuff like that, because it takes a lot of time. I actually gotta hop back on it now because it's piquing my curiosity now, because that shit's just so fun to play sometimes.
it is, man, and you know, luckily getting cash is not that hard. You just got to do a couple missions and yeah, you get your little cash or like bounties or whatever else you can do.
I recommend if you want to get a lot of cash, I would do the collector role, because the fact that the collector role is like whenever you get like a bunch of collectibles and stuff, you can just sell them. Most of them are like $300. There's like these cards that you can get. I always sell them off, and that's how I got a lot of money. I like sold like 4 sets of them, and I was at like 3K.
Right.
On top of doing like missions too. So
Right.
yeah, I recommend doing that, because a lot of other ones like they have you do missions, but there's not that much reward for it. Like my friend who you guys know, he has like the Moonshiner, and they kind of fuck him over a lot because they have him do like bootlegger shit, and then like for some reason the damn IRS or whoever will stop you at the middle of the road, and they're like, "Yeah, pull over, my nigga. Like, let me see this." And then, yeah, and like sometimes the fucked up thing is, it's like they'll like have you either pay or they'll like try to arrest you. But the worst part is when they don't say anything, and they'll just pull their gun out and just sneakily try to shoot you in the back of the head. That's the worst. Because I had to tell my friend, like, hey, I'm gonna look behind us, because one guy he tried to do it, and I just pulled out the shotgun and I just blasted him to heaven. So yeah, watch out for those guys.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it does. I gotta say, it does feel good just playing Red Dead again, because it's just like there's not many Western games like that are, you know, that good. So
yeah, I mean, there was like Call of Juarez.
Yeah, I was just about to say Call of Juarez. Yeah, that was a while ago though that they released that. Yeah, because I remember I played that one too, the Western one they did, and that shit was pretty damn fun too. But yeah, you know, that one was more like linear, whereas with you know, the scope of like Rockstar games, all, you know, free roam, and there's a whole bunch of shit to go to and do and whatnot. So yeah, but yeah, it's been pretty fun. Pretty fun.
I wish there was cross progression, because then or it was crossplay, because then I'd be able to play with you guys.
Yeah, that would be cool. I'm surprised they haven't added that yet, honestly. Like,
Bro, Rockstar's not gonna do that shit.
They're still too busy trying to push GTA. that nobody
Yeah.
GTA 5 that nobody asked them to fucking seriously, man. Stop with the
Did I-
damn stupid ass GTA
Did I
5.
tell you how people like not review bombed it, but they dislike bombed it because the game, like the trailer they had, was the only thing that was different was they added lens flares and like different clothing. That's it. Like there's no
The
improvement
game
on
is old,
graphics.
man. They need to
I know
just
it's old.
stop it. Like,
That's why I said like I don't like playing that game anymore because the fact that like the movement is just outdated. If my character will try to walk down the stairs, he's like so
right.
he's like so scattered that he'll actually jump off the steps and then he'll just fall to his doom and hit his head on a trash can or something.
I hope when they release like the new one, you should just be able to just click the R3, I mean the L3 button and be able to sprint instead of doing that stupid ass shit where you gotta keep tapping
Yeah,
X to
bro,
sprint.
They're not
That
gonna
is
do that.
just
dude,
They're
that
not gonna
shit
do that.
is so
that
trash,
is like
bro.
so trash, man.
Yeah, I hate that. I honestly hate it.
They're not gonna do that. You know, Rockstar.
That's a trash movement. Like if they're not gonna do that, then I don't know, man. Like that's such like they need to. I know that like the world building that is something that they have really perfected to a good bit, far better than freaking Cyberpunk. But like the game control, however, they need to evolve that shit, man. Because there's no reason like now if you have to run, you have to press two separate buttons for a character to actually sprint. I can understand that if you're playing like a sports game, but not in like a regular game where you just want to sprint instead of just hitting down the sprint button, which is everybody's already familiar with. You gotta keep hitting tap X the entire time because I know it's the same in Red Dead, right?
Yeah.
Where if you're sprinting, you gotta keep tapping X to like sprint.
I mean, they have like
I think so.
Yeah, because like if you hold X, like they'll do like a jog. But yeah, you have to keep tapping X constantly, and it's really annoying. It's the same thing.
Really...
It's the same thing for the horse too. Like you have to keep fucking tapping. It's like, bro.
I can understand it. I can understand the horse because like that one is like a giddy up stuff where you got to keep like trying to like knock the horse to tell it to move. But like just regular running, why don't I just hit the sprint button and just sprint? Because the horse is like sometimes you may just want your horse to walk, you know. Not a sprint or run or whatever. So
Well, in Red Dead, you gotta push that motherfucker to make sure he runs because your horse will be fucking lackadaisical and everything. You'll like, no, seriously, Beam. I know your horse is probably lazy as shit. Like you don't want to do a damn thing
because like, and especially like there's like I don't know if that's like a bug or something, but like when I'm like doing a mission because like usually. Like when you're just out on free roam doing shit and you just hold X, like if you're doing like a mission out in the world, like the horse will just stay in like the same speed. But then like when it's like a mission that like takes you like you have to load into, for some reason when I just hold X, like the horse will just stop and just sit there. I'm like, why?
Oh, I think it's just like you said it's in the loading.
No, yeah, like when a mission you have to like load into like matchmake for or something like that. Yeah.
Oh no, it does that all the time. Sometimes the loading can be fucked up because I know when my friend would try to do like a bootlegger mission, if I'm not inside the same building as him and I'm outside, it will disconnect us. I don't know why it does that, but we have to restart our whole game all over again, and
wow,
it's very annoying. But yeah, that thing with the horse, it does happen. Your horse doesn't want to go anywhere.
Dumb.
So, but
very, very
yeah.
dumb.
Have fun getting that nigga stamina up though, cause he's gonna need it.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah, I'm selling that nigga as soon as I get that Mustang, bro. Honestly,
you gotta make sure you get another saddle too, cause that makes a difference. And then you gotta pick up the the raw carrots, is for the stamina. Cause I know for a fact the most annoying thing is whenever you're riding your horse and that horse is breathing heavy and he's ready to buck you off. Like that's the most frustrating part of the game.
Yeah, it sucks.
You're like, come on, you're almost there, because there would be missions where you have to like chase a train, and I swear that horse would be like a fat nigga trying to chase a car or something.
Trying to say, Betsy say you're beating her too much. All right, fuck this. Just knock your ass off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Good shit. Good shit. Um,
definitely.
I guess I don't know. There hasn't really been any games that I've played. I mean, I've been gone for most of the week. I had to clear my head. Just like personal shit, and I went to go visit my family, which is kind of interesting because I got some interesting developments about our hometown, or at least our old high school being that I got to tell you about. It was
Oh, I'm
very fucking
sure.
weird.
I'm
But
sure.
is you been playing any games something like Destiny and stuff? Anything new?
No, bro. Like I haven't played a game like I should like for 2 weeks now. I haven't even been on a PSN like that either. Like sometimes I will just log in and just stay 5 seconds, then turn my game back off. Like
Damn.
but this entire week, like
Treat that shit like a car. Gotta make sure the engine's healthy.
yeah, because like if I wasn't gonna turn my game on yesterday, I wasn't gonna get the update. So when I turned it on, it actually said like get the system update because for some reason instead of it just downloading the update, it wants me to plug in my controller to tell it. It downloaded the update, but it wasn't gonna install it until I prompted to install the update. So that's what I did yesterday, and after it did that, I tried to play Apex, and obviously we all know that shit didn't happen. So I just turned my game off and just call it a night. But
Right.
Right.
yeah, I haven't been
Oh,
playing games like for 2 weeks now, man.
got you. Well, it happens. Guess we could go ahead and move
Been
on
too
to like the
busy.
movie things.
Yeah.
Like for me, I watch. I can't believe. I mean, I watched The Matrix before when I was like very young, but I was just never really into it.
Right.
And like over this weekend, I watched all three, and I was just like, oh my god, how did I miss it? And
Wait, you
that people,
haven't watched Matrix, like the Matrix Trilogy before? This is like your first time actually watching it?
this is my first time watching it like all in
Bro,
one
what?
sitting. And yeah, I was like, oh man, like this is really good. Like it aged so well. Like I get some of the graphics and everything, and the CGI is kind of
Yeah, it's dated, but
outdated,
the
but it's still
story,
so good.
yeah, the
Yeah,
story and everything, the scope of it is just like, damn, man. You know what I'm saying?
I
It's
hated
just
that guy Cypher for betraying it. He's like, do you love him, Trinity?
yeah,
Look at his
because
fucking eyes. Look at
yeah,
his
like
eyes.
that nigga was a creep, bro.
Cypher was onto something over here, man. Like
I
I don't
I
mean,
know, man.
mean,
Cypher
you
was
see what
onto
we're
he
something.
talking. We see what we're talking about though. Where I don't know.
I mean, he was a creep, but
It
he was onto
seems
something.
like whatever they perceived as the real world. I don't think that was, man. I think it was another layer of the Matrix. I think.
I think
Yeah.
so. I think so too. But I think Cypher was just so
He was just
He
he
was
was
dis.
short-sighted.
so
Yeah.
he was so indulged into like the actually like the fake Matrix, the
Yeah.
one where everything is as the real world. That he was just like, man, I hate this reality
I mean,
because
you can't
we're
blame
all
him.
wearing
Like,
potato sacks and shit.
yeah, and
yeah.
also like the reality that I live in, like this scramble so hard just to get fucking food and shit. And when he goes into the Matrix, this man can eat the steak, all the steak he wants and everything that he wants without even like
What?
a second thought. And then they have to scramble for scraps and shit in like whatever they
it's
call their real world. And like, I don't think that's a living that he wanted to.
it's just funny
Yeah.
that he
You
thinks
can't really
that
blame him.
he trusted like Smith and them. It's like, bro, them niggas
I
were
mean,
not gonna
that was his
reinsert
mistake,
you,
though.
bro. As soon as
Yeah.
you were to finish your mission, you're fucking dead. Like it's how could
Yeah,
you
you're
not
about
see
to get
that?
assimilated.
Yeah,
And the
it's
thing
just,
is, it's like, because I was paying attention too, because after I watched the first movie, I was like, okay, clearly there is a connection between Smith and Neo, obviously. But it was
right.
like he stopped wearing the earpiece and stuff like that. He was starting to become his own individual, and when he came back into like the real world, and he scuffed out Neo's eyes, I said, oh man, like
Yeah,
it was just it was bad. And
yeah, that shit was
I
bad.
like the whole Jesus metaphor that they had going on. Like they mixed like Christianity and like Buddhism with the whole reincarnation because I think that like they failed. The previous ones failed because of the fact they took the wrong choice
Right.
and they were like, yeah, we're gonna. Because what was it? He said, leave here and then you can save Zion or like stay here, or he was like stay here and then you can save Zion, or leave and then we'll fuck it up. And they're like, we've like rebuilt Zion, or they've fixed Zion before 6 times because of the fact that we kept fucking it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's The Matrix is just such a good series, man. That's why it's like it's crazy that Matrix 4 is actually a thing, you know? It's like, damn, man. It's been forever since those released, and I don't know, there was a finality to it, especially, you know, with part 3, and it's just like, where else could they go? But I think it's cool that, you know, I think it's in the title, Resurrections. I think, you know, both Neo and Trinity probably were resurrected within the Matrix in some way or form, and now it's just like seeing how things play out, because the fact that, you know, they're trying to suppress Neo's memories and then all these things, and then him realizing who he actually is and trying to break the system that he thought he broke initially, and it really didn't go anywhere. You know, it's like,
I
it's
have
crazy.
a feeling that Trinity isn't alive. That she's just
She probably
like,
isn't. I don't think so. Maybe
and then he's just gonna be like,
maybe her
And
essence of her mind is still there. Maybe.
And you know what's
Yeah.
gonna be funny? It's gonna be funny, like if Neo actually start being like Cypher, where he doesn't even want to live in reality anymore because he can only see Trinity when in the Matrix.
yeah,
Yeah, so that
probably.
would be crazy. They were like, "Yeah, Neo, you need to destroy the Matrix." He's like, "Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
do that.
I can't.
My
Trinity
girl's in.
too.
Yeah, my girl's in here. So yeah, we're gonna keep it the way it is." He's like, "You bitch. What about everyone else?" He said, "What about everyone else? Bye."
It makes you wonder though if they're gonna just do another trilogy, because that's kind
Right.
of
I
the
was
most
thinking
popular thing with franchises. Whenever they do a revival, they just say, yeah, let's just go ahead and do 3 more. Um,
Yeah.
so
I mean,
kind
it's
of
the same
sucks that
thing
Lawrence
with
Fishburne isn't gonna do it, but
John Wick. I mean, you know, I'm
yeah.
pretty sure they're gonna do John Wick 4, 5, and 6. So
Oh yeah, they already announced the 5th one for John Wick 5, and then they have a TV show that they're it's gonna be a limited television show.
oh, and
So
Keanu's gonna be on there too.
I think he might guest appear, because I think it's gonna be like another character from
Gotcha.
what I've heard.
Gotcha.
But yeah, overall, yeah, really good movie. I really enjoyed it. I'm like heavily into like the Matrix. I honestly, I like it so much. It's one of those things where I feel like I'm just gonna watch it again tonight.
Yeah, because
I love it so much.
yeah, bro, like that's crazy that you slept on it that long. But yeah, I feel the same way, man.
I just never watched it because, like I've watched it before when I was like younger, but I just don't remember it. And you know, growing up, it was like, you know, Transformers and all that shit. I always told you how 2010 had the worst fucking movies ever, but
I mean, if you like had cable TV, such as like DirecTV or like Comcast, like most of the time on the channel, like either TNT or Spike, they would just like they would just have an entire weekend where they would just like show like the entire Matrix trilogy on like an entire weekend, and
yeah,
all
I wasn't really like
sci-fi.
a TV person really. I was just playing games all the time, so I just like wasn't really into it. But
Because they did the same with they also do the same with like with Law of the Ring and Harry Potter and stuff like that. They will have an entire weekend where they'll just have like a Harry Potter movie from the first one all the way to the last one, and like it will have an entire weekend of it.
yeah,
Or Law of the Ring. So yeah, they did that with Matrix and Law of the Ring and all those things, especially if you have cable TV. Obviously, I don't have that shit anymore, but when I was little, yeah, they had it a lot.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. The other thing too was oh god damn it, I accidentally clicked the wrong program. The other thing too was Boruto, episode 2015 or 215. Ishiki basically came and just ransacked the whole village. They're trying to basically get Kawaki into like a little hidden underground bunker that for some reason even the Byakugan can't see, which is really weird because they've never established that ever before. I guess it's something that Naruto had put up after the war, because he said, okay, I guess there's too many Otsutsuki people coming around here, and I don't want these people getting spotted. But the thing that frustrated me the most was the fact, and you guys can see in the notes, how stupid this shit looks. Because the fact that you have a guy right here, right? who has Byakugan, has a sort of type of eye. Well, I mean, you don't see his eye in this one. You just see a screenshot of these guys attacking. But this guy has an eye I've never seen before. No one's ever seen that no one even knows. And these guys are here from old Naruto's time frame. You have Kiba, Konohamaru, Lee, Tenten, and Choji over here. Not even using their strongest attacks. Think they're gonna hit this nigga with the Rasengan, knowing he's an Otsutsuki who can absorb ninjutsu and shit like that, unless it's Sage, and they get decimated. Like I was like, why the fuck did they choose to use those characters as fodder? Like, where did I even put that at? Where okay, no, I said I was like, I hate how shows display strong opponents by making the old cast people completely and utterly useless in combat.
Mean, that's the only way they can prove that character is a threat, though.
Just have no characters. Just have no characters that have any significance, because people in the comments are just like, so I guess Lee just forgot he had the 8 gates, and then Tenten had the Sage Ceiling stuff like that. I don't know what Konohamaru was doing because of the fact that he's actually fodder. And then Choji could have used like his little butterfly ability, but no, everyone just said, yeah, let's just go ahead and charge this guy right here and just get our asses whooped.
Anime loves to do stuff like that, man.
Anime loves to do that.
This is nothing new.
Trash anime likes to do that shit, and it's really annoying. Like I looked at this episode, I was just like, I hope they're dead. They fucked up Tenten so bad. Her line work was even shit. I was like, damn. I was like, I can't believe they actually thought they were gonna charge at Otsutsuki like that with no preparation or whatsoever. Because the thing was, though, what baffled me was the fact that Shikamaru didn't even have a plan, and like everyone else was just like completely forgot about the Fourth Ninja War or even the invasion that happened in the Boruto movie, and they're just like, "You got this, Shikamaru! Yeah!" Like they're over here just all hyped up and shit, and then Shikamaru's just like, I don't have a plan. And everyone's like, oh shit. Like they said, please tell me you didn't say that. And yeah. Fucking dumb episode.
It's stupid. Like anime, I don't know, like animes and mangas, like sometimes, especially if like they are on this shit where like they're just going with nostalgia shit. Like they don't know how to handle legacy characters for nothing, man.
It's just that and like the pacing too.
And also, they shot themselves in the leg because they've gotten to the point where they have made the characters so ridiculously powerful. Now, like, any character that they introduce, they can't really just introduce, like, a character who's not going to have, like, if you don't, like, beat this character, the world is going to get destroyed. That's one of the reasons, like, shows like Fairy Tales was just awful, because they keep trying to top themselves every time. In essence, they kept, like, Fairy Tail fell into that Boruto shit, like, right off the get-go, where Boruto fell into that after Naruto ended, because Naruto and Sasuke became so powerful. Like, you cannot nerf them anymore, so now you have to actually introduce godlike characters for them to fight. But it becomes stupid because, in essence, once you introduce these godlike characters for them to fight and beat, now you somehow got to incorporate, and since it is not their story anymore, you have to incorporate their kids into this shit now. And how is their kids going to be able to beat the characters that they cannot beat?
Yeah.
You see how like stupid that is? Then you
that's
just
the
have
reason why
all
they
these
had
games.
to nerf Naruto and Sasuke, because
Right.
they're like, oh, we can't do this because it's supposed to be about Boruto. But like, none of these kids right here are like planet busters.
No.
It's literally only Kawaki and Boruto, because his kids, everyone else's kids, Shikamaru, Tenten, Ino, and Sai's weird looking fucking albino kid, like, you hardly see anything about these
Even
guys.
the Orochimaru kid is not really Planet Buster. I mean, at least he has that.
Well, he's strong, but we hardly
he's very
see him.
strong, yeah. But he hardly like show up to do anything anyway, because he actually does have like a more perfected Sage mode compared to Orochimaru, but it still isn't like on the level of how you say Naruto or like Boruto them and such. Because even Boruto and Kawaki are not really Planet Busters, but they do have like hacks ability where like they can kind of neutralize the Otsutsuki or whatever the hell the names are. But they're not really planet busters anyway. But they do have those like hacks ability to be able to like try to neutralize that what is it called, karma or whatever
Yeah, karma.
yeah, the ability that they have, because that's the problem that Sasuke and Naruto faces, because even though they have these like really high planet busting ability powers and fire powers and stuff, but they really can't hate their opponent, because their opponent just ends up absorbing every attack that they throw at them. So that's the problem they always faces.
At this point, it's not even just like they absorb it. Like if you look at the manga, like they literally just shrinks it. He shrinks it just away. That's why it's so very stupid, because like usually like they'd show like, and I almost feel like it's like an animation thing too, because of the fact they're tired of animating that, where like you'll literally see like a frame where like a fire will come towards like Jigen or Ishiki at the time, and that shit would just go blink and just disappear. Right. And he's just like, that was nothing. They even showed too, because when he actually transformed back into his Otsutsuki form, like the real one, this man over here was flexing. He said, see, when I transform this body, I have just everything stored. He said, look at my fit, nigga. And he like pulled out a jacket, and then he said, I also got this wine. He said, it's aged. That's how good I am. Like had it all in a nice glass and everything. And it's just like, bro, what's the point of this? But no, I'm just waiting for the next couple episodes, because like I think like the next two, Naruto and Sasuke are about to get fucked up. So you're gonna see Naruto's 100% suicide form, and then Sasuke's about to get...
form.
I mean, that's technically what it's called now, because it's just pretty much stupid that.
And then you're gonna get like Sasuke being a pirate. He's about to be on One Piece now, so expect him on Oda's pages, you guys. So,
nice.
Yeah, and like real quick too, I just want to talk about the Dragon Ball Super chapter spoilers, because it's gonna come out this weekend, and I don't feel like talking about it next week. So basically, like they're gonna somehow introduce Bardock, not as like a character that's revived.
Yeah,
but
I saw that.
He's like. It's so stupid, because it's like not a MacGuffin, a Deus Ex Machina, because of the fact that I guess the Namekian who's been looking after Granola is a damn bitch and can't speak up, because he's like, oh, the Saiyan who saved us was Bardock. Oh, I think that's his offspring. Like, because that's what's gonna stop this guy from fighting and beating the dog shit out of Vegeta.
I keep telling you guys, man, like Dragon Ball, like you guys, I don't know why you guys keep feeling disappointed every time like this story doesn't go the way.
I wouldn't say disappointed. That's more so just fucking stupid. Like, why the fuck?
It really is. Just...
Don't be surprised with Dragon Ball story. There's not any story in Dragon Ball. Like, then the story on itself for purpose for people to like punch each other in the face. That's about it.
That's really what it is. Yeah. Dragon Ball Z is mostly about transformation.
There's no stories.
How high like something can get. That's why I said, Izzy. That's the reason why I said I'm not looking forward to the movie, because of the fact that they've never established that these characters had any emotional intelligence. These guys are emotionally inept. That's why I don't want to see no slice of life story from these guys, because they can't express fear or depression or anxiety. The only time they did that was with Krillin. And guess what? He got over it in 2 minutes. Like, it doesn't happen. But, yeah, they did this right here, and I'm pretty sure it's going to stop Granola beating on these guys' ass. Vegeta tried to go into Ultra Ego again. Stupid-ass name, and he still got his ass whooped. So, useless transformation, you guys. Absolutely dumb, because... Vegeta was after I think you guys saw like the storyboards for it, right? Where Vegeta is about to get his face caved in.
Yeah, I saw.
Goku saved him. Yeah, so Goku saved him, and Vegeta got pissed off, kicked him into like a supermarket, and then he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna just do this myself." Still got his ass whooped. Just it's just like, what the fuck? Why did you introduce this useless ass transformation, and he still just gets his fucking face kicked in. Like, I hate this nigga Granola, man. Like, fuck this guy.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's basically just like fucking Jiren, but worse. Like dialed to
He's
like
worse
10.
than Jiren
Yeah.
because of the fact that he just doesn't listen for shit. Like, and he's like a goddamn dog. Like,
I mean,
it's like
I
you
don't know
keep
what
telling
you guys
him.
were expecting with that.
No, but the thing is, though, is like I wasn't expecting them to. My expectation, as low as it was, is like they were gonna fight, and then whether someone was going to lose, they were gonna be like, "Oh, I didn't actually kill, or you guys didn't actually kill the Saiyans," and then he gets taken over because they're trying to stretch this shit out as long as possible, to where eventually I'm pretty sure 7-3 is gonna come in, absorb this guy, like Kaguya did to Madara, and these guys are gonna have to fight, which probably is gonna be fusion again, and yeah, that's basically it. But the fact that these guys keep telling this fucking granola bar sounding ass guy that we don't do this shit no more, that's been outdated for 40 fucking years, and he's just like, anyway, so I just started blasting, because that's what he's doing. That's literally what he's doing. He's literally smiling with his smug ass face, just pointing his little finger guns and finger blasting this nigga. No
Finger blast.
Yeah. Oh, but seriously, like, just so pointless. Like, I know you can do a better job at making a villain. Like, I know you can. Like, and I don't know what it is with, because Toyotaro, he's done Dragon Ball AF. He can do new stories, but I just don't understand why Toriyama's just like, recycle it and just put it out there again. But absolutely useless, man.
Speaking of Dragon Ball, I don't know why I keep rewatching that episode. Maybe it's just because of the animation, but Super Dragon Ball Heroes. I just gotta say, what is Heroes' fascination with Saiyans having tails? And the reason I ask this is because why the fuck does Super Saiyan 3 Rose Goku Black have a fucking tail? Please,
I don't know why they.
I
don't know why they did that. I think it's because of the fact they really want to allude to Super Saiyan 5. And I know it sounds ridiculous and it sounds like I'm making it up, but I'm not. Because since we have Super Saiyan Rose 3, which they're just calling it Full Power Super Saiyan Rose, it just doesn't make any sense. There was like a scene where apparently he had like red eyeliner underneath his eyes, so he was like people thought he was actually going to transform to Super Saiyan 4 Rose, but like Ultra Instinct Super Saiyan Blue, Gogeta punched this guy so hard he turned into angel dust.
Dude, I was going to say, when he got his mask cracked, because I guess he was like only tethered to that world through that mask. Like, it looked like he was like fucking Bardock getting annihilated by Frieza. That's what it looked like. I was like, holy shit.
It was like, oh.
Bro.
And then he was just gone.
Whatever Gogeta did, I don't know. People were saying that was Super Saiyan Blue Evolved. I don't know. That looked like it was like Blue Evolved with like fucking, like you were saying, mixed with Ultra Instinct. Because that shit was just like, what the fuck? I swear, bro, they like suck Gogeta off so hard in Heroes, bro. You barely ever see Vegito. I mean, Gogeta's awesome, but Vegito, like, I love me some Vegito, bro. Come on, bring Vegito, give him some spotlight, bro. Come on.
They do. They're having him fight Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Broly right now. I swear to God,
wait, really?
we really do sound like we're talking about like some fake shit. But anyone who hasn't somehow known about this right here, like, should know that this is basically what's been going on. Like I'm watching it like real quick just to recap, because like I guess Goku Black and Super Saiyan 3 Rose, whatever the fuck, like his design is so different because he actually has his eyebrows, because before he didn't.
Right.
And so that's why I'm thinking like, okay, it's like he's going to Super Saiyan 4. And it's so funny. Did you see that scene where he punched Black in the eye?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
that shit was funny as fuck, bro.
Like, they never really shown Goku looking like that, but they showed his eye. He just said,
Yeah, that shit was pretty funny, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was just like, what the fuck? But yeah, like, I swear, whenever a fusion, like, bro, in Heroes, whenever a fusion appears, like, that is the strongest shit in the universe. I swear to God. Like, that nigga could beat Bears probably with how strong that nigga is, honestly.
Probably.
Man. Because as soon as he appeared, all Gogeta said was "I wonder," and then just fucking just decimated this nigga who is in Super Saiyan 3 Rose, by the way, which I don't even know how the fuck that's possible. But,
I don't know. I really don't. Did you see that episode too?
I doubt it. He probably didn't.
No. I don't be paying attention to Dragon Ball like that anymore. Like,
bro, this shit, it's very strange. It's like some fever dream kind of shit right here. Because usually, I'm not gonna lie, 13-year-old me or even like 10-year-old me would have been ecstatic about this shit. Because I would have been like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I love it. But it's just seeing these characters look the way that they do, and you're right, they probably are stronger than Beerus. Because even apparently in this universe, Gogeta is canonically stronger than, or not, I'm not going to say canonically, Gogeta in this version is stronger than Jiren. Because remember when he was fighting Hearts?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. That's exactly why I was... Like, that shit is like... I swear, man, with the power scaling thing, that's why, like Izzy's saying, it's just like, you just really... The logic in Dragon Ball is just... It's not there. Because, like, you literally have Jiren, who was arguably, like, the strongest nigga ever. And you're telling me that he's getting his ass handed to him by a nigga with, like, fucking multicolored boxes. And then as soon as they do fusion in Gogeta, all Gogeta said is, yeah, I'm stronger than you. I was like, how?
And then Jiren was just like, why did you use this in the tournament? He's just like, because I would have won. And that was just, wow. I was like, wow.
Get any explanations for
stuff,
bro.
My god.
No, bro. I know, but it's just like, bro, it's cap though. Like, if you really wanted to be 100%, like if it came down to it, and I do want to ask too, as far as like what if who do you think would win? But if this actually happened, Gogeta would most likely lose.
Yeah, no, because if we're talking about Tournament of Power, Goku and Vegeta doing fusion, there's no way that they just easily win. There's no way.
Yeah. It's not like, not possible.
Whatever universe these niggas hail from, of course, like they're just on some like other shit. Like I said, they're probably stronger than fucking the gods of destruction. So
I mean, pretty much they shared God Key with the Xeno versions of themselves, where Goku and Vegeta have Super Saiyan 4 God, and then same thing applies to Broly too, which I don't know who he interacted with. Actually, no, I remember he was like, they like shot like a burst of energy up to him, and that's how he got that form. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Like, if you try to follow this at all, you're gonna be lost.
Yeah, that's to put it mildly. Yeah, you're definitely gonna be lost, dude.
Yeah, but you want to get into what if, because this episode was just like, what the fuck, kind of funny.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Izzy, did you watch it as well? The what if episode? Yeah, dude, you should.
Busy.
Yeah, you should, bro, because that shit is just. Basically, the title of the episode is "What if Killmonger saves Iron Man?" But it's really the title should just be "What if Killmonger won?" Like that's basically what it should be.
What if Killmonger saved Iron Man just to kill Iron Man, basically?
Yeah, because essentially what ended up happening is, which I honestly feel like, as smart as Tony is, like, bro, how could you not see that this nigga was using you, bruh? Like, he came out of his way. Even the fucking news lady brought it up. Like, yeah, you know, I just have one question, Killmonger, sir. Why were you in the vicinity of Tony Stark when you were on a mission like 500 clicks away? Can you explain that? He's like, well, you know, it's just, you know, I just figured, you know, I should go over and save Tony. It's like, at that point, I feel like Tony...
I picked up information about his assassination by Obadiah Stane, which, I mean, I mean, he played everything just very well, but
Yeah.
god damn, why is Tony so stupid in
Yeah.
this version of the show?
Yeah,
Like,
Tony's a fucking idiot. I feel like you should have known that this nigga was gonna use you. And then the fact, I guess this was just to showcase how smart Killmonger really is, because you could argue that it wasn't really showcased that well in Black Panther. He was more so just kind of trying to get shit done by any means. But here, it's like this nigga was playing every side. Every
I
side.
almost feel like he had.
I mean, like,
knowledge from the future for that.
in the Black Panther, like they kind of overstate what he is, but it didn't show it.
Exactly.
It's one of those.
Yeah.
It's one of those things
Yeah.
that you just state stuff just to hype up a character, but you
Which-
didn't demonstrate
Which
how
I forget.
like, that character is.
I forgot too. In the comics, like I kind of wish they would have done that in the MCU too. Like in the comics, he beat Black Panther while Black Panther had the heart shaped herb thing, like while he was like fully powered up. So that's it's kind of like I understand why they did it, because like they don't want to rip, 1-to-1, but it would have been more impressive had Black Panther been fully, powered up or whatever, and Killmonger just beats him. Like, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I think it's cool that they can use mediums like this, like the What If shows, to showcase characters the way they're supposed to be. Because yeah, this nigga was he was crazy. For one, this nigga killed Black Panther with a fucking sonic gun, which that shit was fucking
basically shouted him to death. That was
yeah,
I was like, wow.
He basically was fucking. He got Black Bolt as a gun, I guess, because
Yeah.
like
He
that shit
just
was
said,
crazy.
yeah. He said, why? Because he's like, give the vibranium back to me and I'll take care of it. And he said, ain't gonna happen, cuz. Yeah, and just shot him to death. Rhodey died, and that was the only time Tony Stark was actually like smart and ahead. But he was so stupid by just standing there. This guy is essentially an assassin who is unpredictable in his movements. And you're just gonna sit there on the fucking couch just be upset when you could have just been like, yeah, go ahead and come over here. Yeah, come here. Oh, yeah, I have like about 6 of these guys in the back garage right here. Yeah, why don't you come over here? Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they just Tony's
like,
just
wow,
so
that's
fucking dumb, bro.
I was like,
so
wow,
dumb.
that's pretty stupid of him. Like, he literally just sat there because he said, yeah, I'm sorry about your boy Rhodey. He said, yeah, I am too, but I'm also sad that you lied. Here's the proof. And then just try to do the villain thing and just try to mock. He said, don't you forget? He said, these moves are your moves. Just like that.
I don't know why he thought that would work, bro. Yeah, it's made out of vibranium, but did you not see that this nigga brought in a vibranium spear? You idiot. Like if anything, you should have I don't know why you even only sent one robot. You should have sent like 5, because then he would have fucking died easy. You could have just sent 5 of them in there, left the room, and came back when he was dead. Instead, you just sat there. Nigga defeated the robot, and the funniest look on Tony's face was when he actually defeated the robot. He's like, "Oh, maybe I fuck." Oh, it's just
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It was the first time they actually put in some damn effort into like the voice acting. Because, like, I mean, Izzy, you could probably tell too. Because, like,
yeah, I know what you're
voice
talking
acting.
About. Some of it is a little off. Like I remember it started with the with Josh Brolin and when he was Thanos.
Yeah,
in the
and like
episode.
I ain't gonna lie, this by the end of this show, I'm giving this shit like a 6 out of 10 if this thing doesn't get any better. And it's mostly gonna be voice acting because this feels like a lazy project where they felt
it's just something that most of the actors just went in there to read lines, because if you actually there are some voice actors when they put in effort, you can hear it in the voice acting, but I think they were just reading the lines, and whoever was doing the animation just straight up insert those stupid lines in there and just called it.
Yeah, but it's super simple to actually do that, to be honest, to where like you're taking like scenes from the movie and actually recreating them digitally. It's very simple, actually. Like, there's an AI for that, and then they just animate over it. But it's like that's not my biggest gripe, that they weren't really showing that much effort. It's just that they kept repeating lines over and over again, to where I was just like, damn, I remember that line. Like, I can remember it like exactly when they said it, and I wish they stopped doing it. because it just it's lazy to me.
Yeah. And then also Mercy also brought the fact that like they're playing it really safe, like in terms of like
Yeah, they're playing it safe.
the
I mean,
scope of like
what were
they're
you guys
doing.
expecting? This is
I was
typical Marvel nonsense over here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
but
true.
the
That
thing
is
is
true.
though with cartoons is they treat it very different to where they can do whatever they want. For some reason they are playing it safe with the violence and all that stuff to where they can't show blood. Like they don't know what sort of tone they want to do. Like that's not me having high expectations. That's just them like what the fuck are you doing? Like just choose one. Like if you're gonna
Yeah.
make a
Bro,
zombies, if you're gonna make a
I'm
zombies thing, just make it to where there's horror. Don't add comedy at random spots. Like
I know all of you most people were hyped for this MCU
I wasn't really
crap.
hyped
Uh,
for it. I
they
wasn't
were
really
hyped
hyped.
for all this extended universe and crap that Disney and friggin' Marvel was touting, but you guys should just expect this shit. There's gonna be some high quality shows and there's gonna be shit shows, and what if
I
it's
mean
one of
that's
those ones that falls into the like shit show?
but that's the thing though. Like I wasn't really hyped for What If because to be honest, Marvel has a pretty shitty track record when it came to animated stuff because
That's
DC
this
always
DC always
this
fucking
DC
smacking
always
him.
yeah, DC always smacked and they'd always cancel shows and stuff like that. But it's like, again, this is like the laziest product ever. This is probably be like the lowest of the lows. Because honestly, MCU is mostly just for is live action. I know they're not going to specialize in cartoons like that because it's just not in their playbook because there's too many different elements involved. So, but yeah, as far as like the voice acting though, like being when this nigga said Wakanda and paused and said he said that shit so lazily. He said Wakanda forever. he, said, he said that shit like he said that
Yeah.
shit like he wasn't sure himself, like he forgot what the name of the country was. And he
Yeah.
like they repeated that line again. I was like, bro, that was so ass how they made Michael B. Jordan say that. And I like how Shuri was
Man,
unsure the whole thing, and
it's
Pepper.
funny even as a kid, because the funny thing is, this shit is happening. Well, I guess she's like preteen or whatever, but like this shit is happening in like technically 2008, right? So
Yeah,
yeah, she's still kind of like a kid, but she's still like the smartest person in Wakanda, and
yeah, she's the
everyone she
smartest
can
person
see.
in the world right now because Tony Stark's dead.
Which, by the way, I gotta say, why was it? I think it was Rob from Colleagues Displayed who brought up. Why the fuck, Shuri, did you go to Pepper Potts to give this information to when you could have first went to your father and been like, "Hey, fuck this nigga right here. He's the one who killed T'Challa." And
I
all right,
he's
man.
definitely gonna hide that because you can see the guilt on this nigga's face. He's
True,
he's the one
true, true,
responsible.
true,
He's the
true.
one responsible for everyone's death because of the fact that like when Njobu was like, yeah, when I find the guy who killed my dad, I'm gonna fuck him up. Like T'Chaka's like, oh shit, like I believe him.
Right.
So I know he's not gonna speak up because of the fact that he's just like, dang, I can't answer for my sins. Like, oh man,
Yeah.
this guy is fucking awful.
I mean, on the Shuri being the smartest person right now in the MCU, yeah, technically, but Reed Richards is also up there, and also
Right.
Doctor Doom. But since those characters hasn't been introduced yet, yeah, currently she is. But once they're
Yeah.
introduced, she's not going to be the smartest person in the MCU, though.
Right.
No, they'll probably have that one girl that owns a dinosaur because apparently she's smarter than Reed Richards and she's like 6 in the comics. So
Damn.
yeah, so I don't know how it works because there's a lot of people that are smarter than Reed, and it just I mean Tony Stark in the comics he's like a part alien I think because he's adopted.
Huh.
So
Didn't know that.
yeah, but honestly this episode was really funny. Killmonger is a dick, but I
Yeah,
do want to
he's
ask
an
you guys
asshole.
who do you think will win? Captain America's Super Soldier Serum or Killmonger?
Killmonger just simply because of the fact that he fights dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, honestly, I think so. I think so too. Because
And I mean, take a look at it. Let's say even if he didn't fight dirty, we can look back at Civil War when
Right.
Black Panther was fighting, and this nigga was on equal terms with pretty much everyone. So
he could have pretty much creamed both Cap and Bucky if he wanted to, but that wasn't his goal anyway. So he didn't really bother doing stuff like that.
Right. So if you add in a nigga who just really don't give a fuck and his main objective is to just kill your ass, yeah, he's probably gonna win. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, no, that is true. Because it's like he was literally motivated by race, and he was just like, I honestly surprised he didn't pop that on Tony, because like that was a very interesting dynamic that was going on, like Killmonger and Tony. Right. I was just waiting for him just to be like, yeah, Tony, you're fucking white. So that's why I gotta do it, and just plunge a spear into his chest cavity.
Yeah, I mean, at least they didn't address it in like a super cringy way. The way he broke it down was like, Tony, it's an insult to me that you don't see why we aren't the same, basically.
Yeah.
Like, and that's you understood what he meant without him actually really having to say it. Because he's all about just like black people, and then the fact that Wakanda is not aiding. Well, in his mind, aiding is really conquering, though, because he wants to like for the black people to rise up and just take over everything, right? But it's just like you have to trample and kill so many people on the way. It's like, bro, that's not gonna end well. And I do love the dynamic too, like when he took the heart-shaped herb, and even T'Challa was like, bro, like there's gonna be a reckoning for you, man. Like there really is, because like whether it be on our plane or in this plane, it's gonna happen, bro. It's gonna happen.
It really sucks seeing him like basically being like Panther heaven, because everything.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, because he's just like, he said, was it worth it, cousin? I was like, oh.
Yeah, and just seeing him dressed in all white, it was like, fuck, man. It just sucks. But you do have to wonder, though, because I am thinking, it's like, what is the significance of having this? Is Killmonger going to go on some like kind of redemption arc, and then are they going to go forward with him? Because we have heard that they do plan on taking certain characters from these shows, and they're going to appear in the mainline MCU shit that's going on. So it's like, are we going towards Killmonger being Black Panther, or
the way you see What If is just like a trash can where Marvel can just go and grab whatever the hell they want from in it. It just makes it, when they think it's going to make money, they just grab something out of it. It doesn't mean all their characters is going to come to the main MCU or anything of that sort, but they just dumped a whole bunch of characters in there just so they can just pick up.
Yeah. To see
I honestly think they're saving these characters up for Secret Wars. Like, whatever characters that we see, obviously excluding Chadwick Boseman's characters, if anything, they might actually recast him as a different version of Black Panther.
You guys have way too much high expectation for Secret Wars.
That's not a high expectation.
That's not a high expectation.
That's real. That's real though, because
that's not a high expectation.
Put them on different, because I know what they want to do, because they've done it before in other movies where they took characters who were supposed to be casted and they put them in like mock roles, because they did that with one of the Hemsworth brothers, because he portrayed Thor, and I could definitely see it happen, because Secret Wars, they're not going to do the X-Men like that. That would be a high expectation if I was like, they're going to have X-Men, Doctor Doom, and Thanos and all that stuff come over here and have this colossal movie. I think that right there should be like a basic expectation, is seeing some of those characters appear for that movie.
Right. I agree with you. Izzy's just as everyone knows at this point, the pessimist. I mean, I'm kind of in the middle between these guys, but Izzy's like the extreme pessimist, so
I'm not pessimistic. I'm just being realistic.
Nigga, that is pessimism. Don't try to dress it up as anything else. That's pessimism.
I'm being objective over here. That movie's gonna be crap.
objective.
Man, they don't
see-
even have. They don't
you
even have
see-
a plot. This shit don't even exist.
Yeah,
yet.
he
He's just
said,
like,
yeah, it's
I don't-
gonna be
he
shit.
said, I don't
Like,
know what
this
it's gonna
fucking
look
guy,
like,
bro.
but I just know it's gonna be ass.
Like, no, Izzy, I don't know if you realize, but you literally say that for, like, literally every movie. Like, we'll say, hey, this movie's coming out. Yeah, it's gonna be shit. This is gonna be shit. Like, literally, it's every movie,
And
bro.
then what happens? It turns out I was right. The movie was shit.
No, that's not always the
Yeah.
case, bro.
You were
It's
like
not always the
50.
case.
Yeah. Name what movie that I say was shit and it turns out it wasn't shit. Please enlighten me.
I enjoyed Shang-Chi. That's just a difference of opinion on that
Crap
one.
movie.
You see, but that's your opinion, though. That's not a fact.
That's not my opinion. That is actual fact, bro.
No,
That movie
that's your
that movie had
opinion,
no
bro. Because I'm
actual
sure if
tension in the movie, that entire
But-
movie was just a roll, like a freaking
that's
ride,
but
like on a ride.
that's your
on a,
opinion.
like
That's your opinion.
instead of it being like a roller coaster ride, it was pretty much on a. It was pretty much one
Because
of those things
I'm
that you
sure-
go on a ride in the park and sit on a pony
I'm
and
sure if
just
Gamdo sees
walk
it,
safely through it.
he'll have a different opinion to you. I'm not gonna say he's gonna fucking
That-
love it,
That movie is crap.
but who's
I
to
mean,
say?
one of your reasonings for why you said you didn't like Avengers Endgame is because you didn't know all the people that died. And you're talking about the extras. Like, they're about to have this fucking parade of extra people who don't even have names in the credits. They're gonna be like, yeah, what's his name? What's his name? Okay, him. Like, if that actually happened, that would be like 3 hours. They have a whole parade. And then by the time that actually happens, you're satisfied. You can be like, those people were shit anyways.
Exactly.
I mean, they had a
you a hater,
memorial
bro.
for a whole bunch of random
You a
people
hater.
who got snapped away. So you want to tell me the people who actually fought for their own survival don't have a memorial wall? What kind of
Nigga, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Movies, like,
There's a
he's talking
memorial
about
wall.
Wakanda.
There's a memorial wall. Oh, okay. You're talking about Wakanda itself.
Because he's talking about the Wakandans that got killed because they
Man,
got transferred over, and
man,
like the wizards and stuff.
You don't
like
give
that.
a fuck about like the fucking lesser characters, bro.
Oh,
I
so
don't.
you give two shitters about the people who got snapped, like random people.
No,
who got snapped, just
I didn't
because
give a
it
fuck when they showed the
just
Scott
because it
Lang
drove the
part.
plot forward that Scott somehow went to a wall of nonsensical people who got snapped away. Oh no! What's Scott's freaking daughter's name again? That's
his girl. His Cassie.
Whatever the hell it is.
Bro,
He was over there.
I didn't give a
Creating a
fuck
bunch
about
of walls
none of the
of
names
people
on that wall, bro. That
Okay.
was literally there just to push the plot forward for him to go see his dog.
But that
was
also added a stake to the movie, so that's what I'm saying. Like,
Nigga,
after
that
the
wasn't
movie-
stakes. Stakes is Thanos having a fucking Infinity Gauntlet. What are you talking about?
Thanos having an Infinity Gauntlet
What?
wasn't a stake. Like,
Yes, it is.
because you already know these guys are gonna win anyway. But like, it was
All right,
that's
Izzy,
why I
all
like
right.
the first
Yeah,
Infinity
All
War.
right, Izzy. I'm just done. I'm just done with you, bro. I'm done with you, bro.
I want to see
I'm
this
done.
nigga teach a film class and him explain this just so these kids can drop out. like, I'm hearing this nigga.
That's why
just
Infinity
everywhere.
War was the better movie, bro. Because Thanos
I'm not-
won that.
I'm not gonna argue that. I think I liked
And
Infinity
Endgame-
War
Endgame
as
sucked ass. It was stupid.
No, I'm
was
not gonna
fake.
let you do that. I am gonna say I do think cohesively, probably I do like Infinity War a bit better, but I'm not gonna say
Infinity
Endgame
War
was
was just
complete
better.
shit. What are you talking about?
It was
like
just
you
better,
are
bro.
you guys are hearing this nigga's insane.
Realistically,
Like this nigga's actually
That
insane.
shall be anyway. Those
Holy
guys
shit.
won any of that freaking probability that Doctor Strange was looking
Bro.
into. Because if he could look into all those like infinite probability of how they were going to
and
do.
how much did
With
they
Thanos,
win?
with
One. Literally
Thanos with
one.
the Infinity Gauntlet should be able to do that within a snap second as Doctor Strange.
Wait.
did. So,
What are you even
trust me.
saying? Say that again. What are you saying? Right? What point are you
Okay.
trying to make?
Doctor Strange used the time stone to like find the infinite probability in that 1% chance that they won in the future, right?
Right.
And which is why he sacrificed himself to create that layout
specific,
for that to happen, right?
Yeah.
So you want to tell me Thanos with all the Infinity Gauntlets and plus the Time Stone within a snap, he couldn't like also do the same thing and just straight
And
up cancel that entire
and
process.
alter.
Yeah,
I
so,
mean,
yeah.
that
Well,
is
you're
that
saying, like,
isn't.
why are you asking why it took him so long to try to
No,
make the
he's
snap at the
basically
end?
No.
he's basically saying what he's trying to say is wouldn't Thanos be able to also see like any reality where he would theoretically win and
No,
subvert
'cause
Doctor
he's not a
Strange?
wizard.
No, but he's saying couldn't he just be like, well,
Because
let's see like a
even though he's
future
not
where
a
I've
wizard,
won.
but guess what? He by having all the Infinity Stone, he pretty much dwarfs what Doctor Strange was doing with the Time Stone.
Yeah,
So
but the
in
thing
essence,
is,
he
though,
should
it's
be able
like
to do that same thing and pretty much
Thanos-
see every probability. I mean every reality and slash probability where he he
won.
he won and pretty much like stop any possibility of him losing at all.
yeah, but that's the thing though. Thanos hasn't had the same amount of time with the time stone like Doctor Strange has, because this guy literally studied it. Like when he
That's
got
true.
it, he was quick in a hurry. His only mindset was, "Hey, I'm gonna cause genocide." Like he doesn't have the training
Bro,
with the time stone.
This,
Like
this
that.
man, this man was doing. He was doing shit like off the fly that nobody has ever done with the Infinity Stone when he
Basic
acquired
shit,
them.
yeah.
Yeah,
Those were
yeah. Come
basic
on,
stuff.
Izzy.
No,
Basic
that was
shit,
basic
bro.
because
He
because
made a
even when he
scene.
had the-
He made a scene to make Gamora think she killed him, or pulling rocks apart
Yeah,
from a moon is not exactly like
Yeah,
really?
anything
That's the most
crazy.
basic thing. 'Cause
Really?
You gotta think,
Like,
though.
When Hulk and Iron Man got the gauntlet, were they able to do any of those shit?
nigga,
No,
but
they
that
got
wasn't the
burnt- they got
purpose
burnt
though.
to
That was
fucking
not the
crisp.
purpose of them using that gauntlet
Yeah.
though.
So
it was just
what
to bring
purpose?
people back or to and Tony.
Why would Hulk
Yeah.
actually get the gauntlet? Let me make myself intangible, then do the snap.
That way he doesn't get his arm fucked up.
Nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you really talking about? Honestly.
Because the reason why he was getting burnt up is because Tony's gauntlet couldn't contain the power of the stones, not because.
This guy, man. This guy.
I love how
dude.
confident this man is when he's trying to give his points, but no, this guy was Thanos was literally using the most basic shit. Like when he had the
Those were
time
basic,
stone,
bro.
that was very
why
basic.
couldn't Iron Man stop the moon that was
Bro.
falling on his freaking head if that was basic?
Bro.
Yeah. Nope.
What
You're
are you
talking
saying?
about a
What are
moon?
you saying? What are you even saying anymore? At that point that Thanos would have thrown that moon at him, this nigga doesn't have any stones. Shit, Izzy. I could say something that's more impressive, something that's happened with stones more impressive than Thanos. You remember like during Guardians of the Galaxy where they're showing the Celestials? This nigga Arishem the Judge literally just slammed his fucking staff in the ground and just destroyed a planet. Like
Bro,
I didn't see
that guy already has a god level power plus his plus how you say the Infinity Stone. The Infinity Stone was just like pretty much like a god already using like a freaking god using.
But you can make the case that is Thanos not a god? He's like
he's not a fucking god, bro.
He's a titan.
He's a
Just because he's a titan doesn't make it.
he's an eternal. He's an eternal. I forgot.
Yeah, but
Eternals aren't gods.
My thing is though is when I say basic, I mean because if he really wanted to be creative with it, he could have just reversed time to get the Mind Stone back and left Vision dead. He could have turned those rocks into rock niggas like Korg and have the Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy fight them while he tries to get Doctor Strange. He could have did all that. This man was going off of time. He didn't know any of that shit. Like I said, there were scriptures that Doctor Strange had to learn in order to see all that stuff.
That is true.
You're
Think
talking
about
about
it.
how
Think about it. This
just-
nigga's had to train for years. Like, come on.
Bro. The Infinity Stone doesn't require wizardry to be able to use, bro.
Yeah, but you can have
knowledge.
Yeah,
That's
you.
why it's how are you gonna learn how to do something if you've never used it before?
That's exactly. I mean, think about it. Why else would Thor have been able? Like, Thanos had just completed the Gauntlet in Infinity War. Why else was Thor even able to fucking hurt this nigga if he wasn't like a novice with using this shit? Think about it, because realistically, if he knew what he was doing, he'd be like, yeah, Thor, goodbye. And just goodbye to Stormbreaker, and goodbye to you. If he just knew how to do everything. Yeah. Like,
because if you're talking about the comics, you're talking about Advance, he would have turned Thor's hammer to a piece of rubber.
Exactly. So it comes back. It's come back to just the movie being shitty because guess what?
All right. I'm just done arguing with this nigga, bro. I'm done.
No, because that's what basically all Marvel films boils to, are race against time. Every Marvel film is a race against time movie.
That's what any superhero movie though, is it not? Am I crazy? Is it not a race against time, like some sort of stake or?
The Avengers.
No, that's not a stake. That's just them trying to hurry up the plot. The
Avengers Infinity War was literally described as a time heist. Meaning, they had to do that shit quickly because of the fact that this guy was on a mission.
Endgame was a time heist.
No, they both were a heist because Thanos was running out of time. He was literally doing this shit quick because
what the hell was he running out of time for? This time in the world.
Other, cosmic entities that are gonna be coming after him to stop him from doing the shit he's doing.
There ain't no freaking cosmic entities coming after him.
Not even just the
when did they ever mention that in the movie?
Bro, there was literally gonna be a fucking scene where they had the Living Tribunal appear,
but guess what? They don't put that in the movie now.
But regardless, the cosmic beings are still there.
There was no. Thanos wasn't in a hurry. He could have done that shit while he was freaking sipping the latte, but somehow they had to make it. They had to make him a shitty villain and make him.
This guy. I'm just done. This fucking guy
right here is gonna say it's a shit movie. Yeah, he loves watching Fear Street. That fucking terrible ass movie.
I say I like Fear Street just because it's a nostalgia on it, like the horror genre. I didn't say that movie was actually good. I said it was.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is if you enjoy it, that means you liked it more than Infinity War.
Just because I like the movie doesn't mean it's actually good. I like some shitty movie because it's just it knows that it is actually a shitty movie, and I like it for being shitty. But it doesn't mean it's a good movie. I like the scary movie franchise because it's shitty and it knows it's shitty.
I'm telling you, like this. People, we're gonna listen. I'm gonna listen back to this episode. Usually I don't, but you, Izzy, you are special, my friend, because you were just making some points that
is so hard. I am impressed at how quick you're pulling this out of your head. But god damn, guy, I've heard you make this point before, but fuck. This guy seriously just said that was impressive shit. Pulling debris from a moon is impressive. Not basic at all. Him not looking into the future is science. Even though he was a novice, I want this nigga to actually drive a Bugatti, and then him be like, "Yeah, you know what? I could try this shit." Even though this shit goes 0 to 90 in a second.
Well,
oh my god, bro. Jesus Christ.
Let's wait till the next shitty Marvel movie comes out. Then y'all gonna tell me how good it is. Then I'm gonna prove again how shitty.
I'm not trying to change your opinion.
I'm not trying to change your opinion.
Yeah, I just think you can't state something as a fact just because I enjoy Shang-Chi and don't think it was a shitty movie. You saying it's a shit movie and that's a fact? That's not a fact.
That's a fact,
no, nigga. That's your opinion, nigga. That's your opinion.
Not an opinion. That's
I haven't heard you. I haven't heard you list any statistics on the box office.
Exactly. And if we're going off of box numbers,
box office,
nigga, that shit did bonkers.
Bro, it's the pandemic and people go out to see any kind of shitty movie now because
no, they fucking this nigga is capping. Nigga, is he? Stop.
I want to see what this nigga's gonna say about the Jay-Z thing.
Stop.
Man.
Matter of fact, if we're still on movies, let me just go through my fucking list, bro. Because we were talking about What If. I watched I'm not even gonna go too in depth because that shit was just took the wind sails out of me. So I watched the K movie on Netflix. I watched Gunpowder Milkshake. I don't watch that movie. That movie fucking sucked. I watched Polar. Out of all the assassin movies that I watched recently, that one's probably my favorite. And I've also been watching Our Planet just because, it's kind of cool seeing animals and shit. So, yeah. Anyways, we can move on.
All right, so this is the debate that I actually want to hear. Now, Izzy, I just want to hear it and just peek inside your brain as far as what you're gonna say, because I'm just baffled at this point. Would you rather take $500,000 or have a dinner with Jay-Z, and why?
Say, would I rather take $500,000 or have a dinner with Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why would I want to have a dinner with Jay-Z? I'll take $500,000.
Okay, well, see, the thing is with Jay-Z. Well, okay, let me preface this and explain why this conversation or this is a question, because someone on Twitter, and I heard this thing before, where people were saying, would you rather take $500,000 with or have a dinner with Jay-Z and peek inside his brain to get networking and knowledge about business and stuff like that?
Right.
I will pick inside his brain. In essence, you mean I'll ask him how he became successful and all this stupid crap?
Pretty much, yeah.
Why the hell would I want to do that? If I have $500,000, I just buy books and fucking read it and learn how to be successful myself.
All right. That makes sense. I mean, at the same time, though, too, it's like, it definitely works in your favor because you're not.
Okay, so if I'm having dinner with him, am I gonna be having the perks of being associated with Jay-Z? Because if there's a perk in being associated
like you're
with
saying,
Jay-Z, then
if you're like associates, like you're not friends, but you could have like a conversation with him every now and then, and you
always call him on a ring. Shit like that.
No, it's a dinner. Like you get,
and that's it. Not fucking give me the $500,000.
You get one dinner. You get one dinner, and then
just ask him whatever, and he answer honestly. I don't give a shit.
If it was the case, I would still do the 500,000 and just.
Well, because the thing is, though, is for you, Beam, since you're in the music, you could definitely get insider information and stuff like that. Because the fact that, I mean, I didn't expect.
I mean, what
I expected
pretty much. Expect from me is I don't really give a shit who a person is. Like, hell, tell me if I rather have $500,000 or have a dinner with Obama while he was president, I would take the fucking $500,000. Why the hell would I want to have a dinner with Obama?
Man, no one's gonna want to have a dinner with Obama. What are you gonna learn from him?
Well, that's kind of my point. Like, I don't give a shit who the person is. Like.
Well, no, it's different because Jay-Z is a network to a bunch of different people.
Yeah, he is.
Money.
And he's a really big businessman. Like, he's made.
Yeah, he's a very big businessman.
I mean, I understand the point.
Obama's just gonna be like, well, me and Sasha, I don't know, like
taught her how to drive.
I don't care who it is. Like, pretty much, like, even if it is like someone that Bill Gates or Elon Musk or whatever. But if I'm gonna let's say like if that dinner is gonna lead to unlimited access to that person, then yeah, I'm gonna take the dinner over the freaking $500,000. But if it isn't gonna lead to unlimited access to this person, and it's just me asking them a couple of questions, like then I have to take notes and all that stupid shit. That shit isn't doing shit for me. In essence, if I was broke when I had that dinner with that person, it's not gonna make me any richer after that fucking dinner. It's just gonna make me full, then make me go and crap that dinner out like the next day.
I'll give you this. Okay. Say you do meet him and you have the chance to actually get his phone number to where, like, if you do a good enough job in impressing that you can actually connect with them. Will that change it then?
Yeah, it will change it because in essence it's opening up a possibility for a future collaboration or future employment with him or whatever.
Right.
That makes more sense. But if it is just having a dinner just for me to ask him personal questions about how he became successful and all this stupid ass shit, I could do that shit on Wikipedia and crap and still have my $500,000 and fucking sign up for classes and all this shit and learn actual skills that will get me paid in the long run.
That is just true.
Having a damn dinner with somebody just because they are successful. Just because somebody's successful doesn't mean they could give you like the most proper advice how to be just as successful as them. Because the circumstances in which they became successful may not apply to you for you to become as successful as them.
It's true. Because
it
realistically,
is true.
you could take that money and invest in yourself, like Izzy was saying, and be able to make money doing what you're doing. Yeah, that like the information is valuable, but it's like you said, like if I'm not gonna have further contact with this person, whatever they tell me during that dinner is probably gonna be irrelevant after. Like,
well, I mean, the thing is, like I said, it's different between you and Izzy because you know if you're going into music and you're like, hey, how do I do this right here? Like, how do I? It would be far more valuable to you.
It would
than to Izzy because of the fact that you're getting like one-on-one.
And another thing you haven't, Kai, another thing you haven't fucking like realized is like in that kind of situation, you're not gonna think of all these questions to ask this person. That's what I said. Like if you could get unlimited access to the person, then it's a good idea. Then it's a better alternative than to actually take the money. Because in essence, once you start facing that in your career, once you start facing that kind of situation in your career, you can always call them and ask them for advice.
Yeah,
but if it's just a one-off dinner, it's just stupid. It doesn't make any sense. I would take the money. I'd rather take the money.
Yeah, I agree with Izzy. Even in the specific situation that I'm in, because
it's
like,
basically.
I mean, if it gets them started,
it's basically telling yourself like, hey, you could have a dinner with Jesus, right? For one night, or you could get like $10 million. But when Jesus come up, you could ask him every question in the book and like the meaning of life and all those other crap. But just because you have that unlimited just because you have that one night that you could have dinner with Jesus and you could ask him all these questions, doesn't mean you're gonna get shit from that crap that dinner. I mean,
you gotta
some miracle and give you some really good liquor, right? He turns some good wine into fucking nice, or good water, good wine, and drunk and shit. That's not gonna
this guy thinks he's
broke out. You're gonna be scared. Even if he tells you like the meaning to, like the ultimate meaning.
Bro, I'm talking networking. This guy takes shit to a whole nother level. He's just like, yeah, if Jesus had dinner with you. And he gave off half his foot. Nigga, I'm talking networking, bro. The whole night.
Oh, okay.
Well, I want to let you know that a one night and in one conversation can make a huge difference because information, no matter how long it takes to come out of your mouth, or whatever, if it applies to you and it works for you, and you find out how to get it started, that actually helps you out, even if it is for one night. Because I've had that happen to me with one of my mentors because of the fact that he told me, hey, this is what you should do. And I mean, sometimes I don't speak to him.
You still have access to him sometimes that you could call him, right? Even if you don't speak to him on a regular basis, you can still call him, right?
Yeah, but the thing is,
so you still have unlimited access to him.
Yeah, but no, the thing is, like, I don't ask him the same advice though, because the fact that I write that shit down and I'm like, okay, let me get started, and then I will tell him, hey,
in the future when that works, you call him and say, hey, this worked, and maybe if it doesn't work, if it isn't working the way you actually envision it to work, you still ask him for like pointers on how to improve yourself, right? Because you still have unlimited access to it. But with Jay-Z, you're not gonna have that kind of access now, would you?
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is if he tells you something and he's like, hey, like if you want to get into the music industry, you do this right here, and if you do it and say it doesn't work, you at least have a start. Like that's the thing,
right?
Because a lot of
good luck trying to get with Jay-Z after that one night. Now you're in that one freaking.
The point is that he gave you a tip. He gave you a tip, and you're supposed to follow it. And if it doesn't work, then you at least have an idea on how to go from there.
Right.
Like
that's like me going to Elon Musk and asking this man, hey man, how do you build a rocket? And he gave me a tip on how to build a rocket. And when I built a fucking rocket, but I didn't even freaking build a good rocket. Hell, I didn't even build a rocket. I built a fucking shoe.
That'd be your fault. What are you talking about?
Exactly. So that's stupid. In essence, I could have freaking taken that $500,000. I could have taken that $500,000 and then roll,
bro. If he tells you to build a rocket and you build a shoe, that is on you. Like, why would you do that?
Because in one night of dinner time, you cannot learn how to build a rocket in one night of dinner. Same with having a conversation on how to be successful.
Learn how to build a shoe.
Well, potato. But I'm just saying. Like,
Nigga, Izzy, that was a. I'm more so leaning with. Yeah, I'm more so leaning with you, but that example was bad, bro. Like, it is like he says. That would be your fault if you didn't capitalize and take anything away from.
So you actually think like if Elon Musk actually taught you how to build a rocket, he can teach you how to build a rocket in one night?
But that's just not a good example in itself.
With the music industry, like Jay-Z cannot give you.
I understand what you're saying.
In how to be successful, even if you have the dinner with him for like the entire night or whatever, the entire day or whatever.
It literally can happen. Like I'm saying, like if you had dinner with him and he had like I'm just gonna say if he had no choice. Like because of the fact he was to enlighten you and he was trying to mentor you for the night, he could tell you exactly what you can do. He can lead you to avenues to get to your destination. He's not going to give you handouts. He's just going to say, okay, if you want to get started, this is where you go. This is what you do. I'm not saying that if you have dinner with him, he's just going to hand over like a key to like his Rolls Royce. And be like,
I didn't say he was gonna hand you anything. I'm just saying, like, just because he's
I
having
understand both points.
Doesn't mean you're gonna retain that shit, even if you're taking notes about that.
If you're taking notes and you don't remember, that's on you.
Because just because you're taking notes doesn't mean you're gonna implement it the way Jay-Z like.
Implemented. That's what you're supposed to do, though. That's what. If he's saying try it this way, if I say, hey, pick up this couch and lift with your knees, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna lift with my stomach, and you fuck up your back, that's on you.
But that's not the same, though. You could pick up. You could.
That is the same. That's
okay.
That's
let me put it this way. You say, okay, let's use the couch for example. You say pick up the couch and lift with your knees, right? Let's say you can pick up the couch and lift with your knees, but I try to pick up the couch. I don't have the same body strength or like the same physique as you, and try to pick it up with my knees and couldn't fucking lift that shit. That's not really helping me now, is it? Now I gotta figure out a way for me to use my own body strength to implement your idea.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. See, that's what I'm saying. If you were given the knowledge and it doesn't work, realistically, you would try to figure out another way. That's how it gets you started. You figure out.
Yeah,
you get basically a tip.
That's why failing is a part of the process. Failing is a part of the process.
But no, fuck that shit. I'm still gonna take the $500,000 and do it my own way.
I know you're going to, but man, that was a bad fucking example. You say you how to build a rocket, and you gonna build a shoe. Nigga, I would never have dinner with you again. Like, what did you do your whole time? I told you to build a rocket, and you ate some pumas. Like, the fuck's wrong with you?
But guess what, though? It's a moon puma. It helps you bounce in zero G.
Okay.
Yeah, nah, see that right there, that's terrible logic right there. I would never have dinner with you again because say if that actually happened and I say, hey, I remember you, let's have dinner. What did you do with your time whenever I told you to do this? And you're like, I'll build a shoe, nigga, I'd have my security kick you out right that second.
I'll take the money and use my own knowledge and succeed. Fuck that.
That's fair. No, that's fair. I mean, that right there.
Because at least I have something tangible that I could actually invest in myself and know and figure out my own avenues of getting where I want to go. And just having this up dinner and taking a bunch of notes and somehow, even if I try to like forever try to go through that same path, it doesn't like open up for me because it's like it wasn't the same setting. Because believe it or not, like stars aligned for people in a way where like they could go ahead and try something, and the entirety of their life plays out where shit just lines up for them, even though it seems like they're struggling to get shit done, but shit does align because of that tenacity to keep trying over and over and trying to succeed and get shit done the way they want to get it done and know what they're going for. But just because somebody did it in that manner doesn't mean just because they give you the same advice and you try to do the same shit, it will work out for you in the same way.
No, and
Yeah, but that's
the thing.
that's
The
the
most
thing.
important thing is not the fact that things are going to work
Yeah.
out the exact same way. It's just you have an idea as far as where to start, and these ideas can go from who you can talk to, places that you can go to get started. It's stuff like that. And if it doesn't work, then you can be like, okay, I have an idea as far as what I can do. I just need to find a different way, i.e., different people, different businesses to go about it.
Oh, I,
Because,
I I got you. Like, yeah, but yeah.
but
Coming back to the question, yeah, I'll take the freaking $500,000. Fuck the damn
yeah.
thing.
No, I mean that's fine too because I do the same thing because
Yeah, I'd still
I would just put it in investments and
yeah,
stocks and stuff like that.
even still, like I'd side with that too. Like as knowledgeable as that could be, I think I'd rather yeah, go my own way, try to figure things out myself, and yeah.
I mean, I was surprised you said that because of the fact that it's music, and if you gave you like music tips, I would have thought you'd take.
Maybe because you use Jay-Z, try to use Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, then you may change.
Yeah, but the thing is though, is like Kendrick is. I can't even put Kendrick in that category because of the fact that.
No, I'm talking about pure artistry stuff because that's like
but that's but like Kendrick
look up to in like the music industry. He doesn't like look up to Jay-Z and because Jay-Z is a brilliant businessman. I'm not gonna deny that, but like I would take the money any time over that shit. Because
but the thing is the reason why I don't include like I don't include Kendrick is because of the fact that like he like I'm gonna look at his capital right here, like his net worth, because I mean he is known for his fact that he has his masters and all that other stuff and his lyrics and stuff like that. He is really that's what he's known for, and what he could basically just tell Beam is just like, hey, make sure you own your masters, and that might be it. Like he can't give him. I don't think he can give him anything else. He would probably tell him the same thing that maybe like we probably said. It's like, hey, just use the things around you, like your experiences, because that's what Kendrick did, and he was talking about when he had to leave his family behind and stuff like that. But I use those people because of the fact that they have an actual business. Because if I said Rihanna, it would still apply. Same thing would still apply.
Right. Or like you could even throw Beyonce in there. Just people of that high or. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. The people of the higher status that they've transcended music essentially. They aren't just anchored down. They have so many different ventures.
They would tell you more things about that. Because I'll even throw in Drake because of the fact this nigga's
Drake.
If you had dinner with him, he would probably tell you, okay, this is how you can do this right here, and then also here, this is what you think about your as far as like a side business, because this music shit ain't gonna last forever, and I don't feel like doing tours at 55.
Right.
He'll probably tell you that right there. And I think that'd be way more valuable. But honestly, at that point, it would be up to you as far as like whether you have the metal to actually put it out. Yeah,
and use what they. Yeah, but it's like I was trying to say earlier when we were in the heat of the debate. It's like because failure is a part of the process. Like you can't shy away from it, even if you know you're like this isn't gonna work out. It's like you said, even if it doesn't, you can use that to navigate your own way. Like okay, I know that didn't work, but let me try it this way now, and then that could possibly work out for you, right? Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah. But next question I have though is $50 or dinner with Bow Wow.
I would take the fucking $50. I don't care for what you could give me $50 a fucking crab shack. I would take that shit over having to deal with that fucking cornball. Holy shit.
I would take the dinner with Bow Wow, man. He seems like a cool fella. He seems like a cool fella. You can learn a lot of stuff from him.
Oh yeah, Bailey ought to be a fucking cornball. It'd be a fucking cornball.
No, honestly, it'd be a lose for me just because of the fact that I hate Walmart and I just can't stand Bow Wow. So like either way, I'm fucked because like I just know that he'd just basically be like, Yeah, he's like, it's still me, Young G, taking pictures in a fake airplane.
Yeah, maybe, you know what? Maybe I'd go just to laugh at this nigga. Maybe that's what I would do.
I mean, I wouldn't go there just to laugh, just because of the fact that this nigga might be volatile.
He might try to put the hands on you. I mean, it's me though. I'll just probably smack him and knock him out. The nigga's scrawny as shit.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, it's like you gotta assume that he just for some reason doesn't have any security. Like, I mean, you can't just go up to a guy, have dinner with him, laugh at him.
I don't mean laugh at his face. I don't mean laugh at his face. I mean laugh internally. Like, and then when I get done with that shit, then I go to the homies, like with you guys, and just tell you all the corny ass shit he said to me. Type shit. But yeah, man, I still think I'd take the fucking $50. Like, there's nothing that nigga's gonna tell you besides probably gloat about the bitches, quote unquote, that he's fucking, or this and that, and he got the Rolls Royce in the back. That shit's probably like a fucking Camry or some shit.
I'm trying to even find news about him, and I can't even do that.
Like, it's because he's fucking washed.
Oh, actually, no, never mind. I looked at it now, and yeah, no, actually, that's exactly what you're saying. Like,
he's fucking
battling, tripping over rappers, dating his exes. Man, he's still on that.
I told you, this is the same nigga who posted a fucking video of himself naked in a bed talking about, man, I just don't know why you guys don't want to fuck with a real nigga, a real one. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you even doing? Why are you in here moping about how certain chicks don't want to fuck with you? It's like, you are corny, bro. You are, like, there's not a word to express how corny you are. Really. There just isn't. Like, it's just crazy. Why do you guys feel the need to, like, try to flex? Like, yeah, just pulled up in the fucking new whip. And I thought that shit was hilarious back then. Nigga talking about he's in this cool ass car. The fucking rental car company posts on their page, yeah, Bow Wow just pulled up in our new ride. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, that's very fucked up.
You got exposed from the fucking rental company.
Yeah, like usually people hold that shit, like they just don't say anything, and they're just like, yeah, we have like either confidentiality or just, I don't know, respect. But the fact that they're just like, oh, let's just fuck with this guy and just say, yeah, he actually got it from here and it's rented, like, that's very fucked up.
And then there was that time too where you was trying to flex me, bought a new crib. It's like, just bought the new crib. Owner is like real cool. And then come to find this nigga, that shit was an Airbnb. It's like, come on, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, why do you guys feel the need to like try and do all this flex? It's like, bro, you're a cornball. Stay in your lane, bro.
I mean, he is working on. I'm looking at this thing where apparently he's working on the Like Mike sequel, that one basketball movie that he kind of blew up off of.
Oh yeah.
If that turns out well, I mean, that might be his only time. But I mean, it's not. It's really not. I think after Space Jam fucked up so bad, no one wants to see anything about basketball. Like, they don't want to see it unless you're actually playing it. If it's just a random nigga playing basketball on some magic shit and moonwalking in thin air or something like that, I don't think no one wants to see that shit. But yeah, oh man,
God.
That shit.
Man, that's funny you say that, because shit, that was one of my favorite movies as a kid. Like Mike, yes sir.
It was one of my favorite movies, but man, this guy just did not age well. That's the reason why that's why you should never be named Little Something unless you could just grow up and change that shit well. Because like, even Omarion's doing better than this guy, and I don't know exactly what he's been doing, but we're not hearing nothing about this guy fucking up. Like,
nope. I mean, shit, there's plenty of examples. Like, I mean, T-Pain took a break there, but this nigga's not a cornball. He came back and he's doing great. He's just doing him.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't get the understand, like, because you could lump Soulja Boy in there too, or these niggas who feel the need to just flex and do all this weird shit, and it's like, what do you get off of doing this? Like, I don't get it. Besides like momentary clout where people are laughing at you, Like, is that really what you want to live your life for? Like, come on, bro. You could do better, man. You really can. that was
I don't know.
that shit was funny.
That shit was very fucking funny. Honestly, this is like the funniest episode I think I've been in because of the fact that this nigga's just trying so goddamn hard. Like,
bro, I wasn't trying. I was just stating facts.
State facts, okay.
Whether it was facts or whatever, like, bro, that shit, you blew my mind with the fact that you thought you were just gonna. I don't even know. I can't even process it in my mind like right now. It's just like it's fucking wild that you try to tell me that you go build a shoe and you were given specific instructions on a rocket. Like,
that's what happens if you build a rocket shoe and then take an instruction right.
Oh my god. Yeah, I have to say, this has to have been our funniest episode. Hands down, I will be re-listening to this shit. Just
oh my god. But anyways, the only thing I just want to close up with, because I don't know what you guys have left on the convo, but I've been gone from my town for a little bit just because of the fact that I just need to get away from the noise. I'm tired of hearing these homeless people growling shit at night. So yeah, I went to my hometown. Sister, she's doing sports and stuff like that. So I've been going to like a couple of her meets and stuff like that. And boy, Beam, the stuff they did to that school. Remember the mall area? Where that one guy kept fucking bothering us.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say no names, but yeah, they put lunch tables over there now.
What?
Yeah, so that's all because that's why it took me so long to get over here to do the podcast, because we had to drop some stuff out to my sister's team because they're supposed to do like a skit or something. I don't know, but yeah, they were all just eating lunch at the mall. They had like a bunch of cafeteria tables. They even had cafeteria tables outside, like by the I'm not sure if you remember the gymnasium, like where that was at, and how like there's like a little. They have tables over there too. I was like, what the fuck? Like I see people eat outside, man. Back in our day, nigga, we had to eat on the floor if we chose to sit there.
I remember that, because there was just a time where I just even stopped getting lunch. We just go straight there. I was just like, I don't really fucking care for lunch anymore, man. Like, that shit is stupid.
That shit to survive. My stomach is aching. But
that's crazy.
No, it is crazy. It's also crazy the fact that people at the front desk are fucking like idiots, because no, like they seriously are. They're so fucking lazy, and I still remember their faces too, because of the fact that it's kind of leads to like a little story. But I was dropping my lunch off to my sister because she forgot it, and I'm like, hey, and this is gonna blow your mind too. I said, hey, I need to drop this off to my sister. What like can you call her over here so she can pick it up? And this chick was right. She said, yeah, why don't you just text her? I was like, in the middle of class. I was like, are they even able to have their phones? Because you remember how every time they had your phone, they're like, they bitch about it. The teacher would be like, nigga, give it, come here, give that to me. Yeah. Now all of a sudden they can have their phones on them, and I said, wait a minute. I was like, how are they gonna check their phone if they're in class? And she's like, well, you know how sometimes teenagers just check their phones secretly. I was like, so you just assume that kids can do that and they're just gonna be able to leave? Like, teachers already paid enough in the ass when you ask them to use the bathroom real quick, because they're like, can I use the restroom? They're like, no, I really don't feel like you relieving your bladder, so why don't you just stay here? Or they'll be like, yeah, can you use a bathroom? Like, I don't know, can you?
Just being
fucking
douche.
Dummies. But this front desk person right here, I had to call her because when I had gotten back to my grandparents' house, I had called them out because I just didn't feel right about it, and I said, yeah, did my sister get her lunch? And she was like, yeah, no, we were planning on just waiting for her to get it during lunch. I said, bitch, there's fucking vegetables in there. I was like, that stuff's gonna go bad. I was like, call her. I said, and she's like, well, have you tried texting her? I was like, no, nigga, like, call her at the front desk and make sure she gets it. And when I called, or when I texted my sister, I said, "Did you get your lunch?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "What time did you get it?" She said, "They called me during first lunch." I said, "Son of a bitch."
Oh my god.
People are so fucking useless. And we went over there today again to drop off her team snack and stuff. And we asked for her because we were like, "Yeah, can we have her come up?" And the front desk person was like, "Who is that? Is that a teacher? Do you want a teacher to come here?" I was like, "You dumb motherfucker!" Like, I don't know what it is with people at the front desk who are basically like missing chromosomes or just like smooth brained as fuck that they just can't comprehend like basic English. Like, and I'm not even saying the people that can't speak English. I'm talking the people that were born and learned English as a native language, just for some reason can't understand what others are saying to them. Like, I don't know if COVID fucked up their brain or not. Like, had some sort of parasite, like Migi from Parasite or something. Like, I don't know what was going on, but that chick frustrated the fuck out of me and my mom at the same time.
That's crazy, man.
I was like, what? I was like, what is going on? And my sister told me, she said, yeah, actually the front desk is notorious for like just ignoring people's requests because apparently they made her late to her own swim meet. Ah, damn it. They made her late to her own swim meet, and then the teachers had to actually tell the students to go because the front desk forgot to put it on the intercom to say, hey, these students need to leave.
Wow.
Fucking useless.
Yeah.
Bro.
I was like I said, man, every time I think back on like the high school shit, I'm so glad I'm not a part of that shit no more. Fuck high school. Fuck that entire time period. Especially the Curtis part. Like, that place fucking sucked. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. Yeah, no. When I was at the meet, I was afraid that I was going to run into one of my exes because the fact that they just refuse to leave that hometown and they're always involved with like the Curtis stuff because they know people who go to that school still. And it's just like, I was terrified because I didn't want to interact with them at all because they still seem to think that, hey, we can still be friends. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's basically it. That was my week. I'm better now. I'm back. That's why I'm Gamdo Jr. the second. You can guess on where that falls in.
Yeah, well, as far as for me, I mean, yeah, today was my last day at work out here because next week, which by the way, unless you guys, because I don't know, you guys didn't say whether you would do the podcast, but for me, I'm moving next Friday, so I'll be out in Washington finally, thank God.
Will you be set during Wednesday, like Sunday, real quick? I just want to say.
Will I be set during Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I guess I'll update you guys like in terms of like, cause like I just don't know like in like, cause you know we were talking with Mike about this situation like in terms of like internet and all these other things. So I just gotta see what's going on, see what's you know, see what's gonna work out or whatever. But as for right now, I won't be a part of the episode just because that whole thing, getting settled and whatnot. But yeah, it was actually funny in terms of work because
your old job is fucking weird, bro.
Yeah, man, like, it's just funny, bro. Like, we got off early today, and just last week, for those who didn't know, because I don't think I even put that on the podcast last week, but there was basically this bug infestation going on. And, you know, it made sense just because of the fact that every time I go in the lunchroom, there would be like just random ass bugs, just like, and I'm not saying like a whole lot, but it would just be noticeable to the point I'm just like, this shit is actually nasty. Like, they need to get an exterminator in this hoe, honestly.
Oh man,
because like,
is he? This nigga have locusts and fucking grasshoppers.
No, actually, this is gonna sound
the end of times.
This is gonna sound terrible, like, because that's exactly the kind of how old the building is. Like, literally, there was a water machine that's been like basically DOA, or not DOA, like MIA for like months because like basically like a whole bunch of ants just got inside of it and just Yeah, you already know. It's just disgusting. So the fact is like there was a bee infestation that entire last week. So I was just off work, and that was during my this was during my 2 week period where I'm out of there. And it's just funny. Come today, they're just like, yeah, everyone just go home. We found more bees, and there's ants now. I was like, oh. I was just like, oh. And I just looked at the new hire. I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna be honest. Like, just be prepared, because shit like this, it happens all the time. Honestly, like, cause I was just telling him how in the past when I first got hired there, because that was basically in the heat of like COVID ramping up. People were testing positive and shit. Had to fucking go on, quarantines and all that type of shit, man. This shit is crazy. And yeah. But in terms of me, man, I'm just happy. I'm in good spirits, man. I'm finally leaving Massachusetts. I fucking hate this place. You guys, I don't care if you're listening, if you're from Massachusetts. You guys niggas do not know how to fucking drive. God damn, I fucking hate the drivers. But yeah, man. I'll be back on the West Coast, and I'm looking forward to it. So looking forward to it.
That's what's up. I also have a question though too, because you're security guards. How'd you let that shit fly?
Wait, what?
Yo, Izzy, this nigga's security guard. He didn't even. He failed to protect the people from the bugs, the locusts.
I don't know, man. He's a shitty security guard.
Man, I swear to God, he let the cockroaches get in. How the fuck he let that happen?
Oh my God.
He had one job to do.
I had one job. Oh God. It's an inside joke for everyone, or for anyone that doesn't understand. Because as with any workplace, there's always
one job. Keep shit out. And keep the employees safe. Maybe do that shit properly.
Your replacement beam is gonna be a fucking Beetlejuice over here.
Beetlejuice
affected by the bugs. Yeah, because for a fact they're not gonna hire someone and have him go home. They're gonna be like, yeah, so you're new here, so you're a new blood. Just let him taste you. Just see what happens. Hopefully he's not allergic to bees. He's gonna end up like fucking Barney, because he's gonna be all swelled up and shit. But man,
nah, they said to him with me though, like
he's probably loving that. He's like, man, I never had a job like this.
Nah, no.
Unless they like fire him, they're like, you know what? We overshot this. Maybe he should just go home permanently.
Like I was telling you, the fact, like I don't foresee him staying there, man. Just because of the fact that they basically forced him to go to that site just to fill my position, which is like, I mean, again, like Elusa was saying, that could have been on him as well, because he should have stressed that, hey, this site is a lot closer to me, so I don't really want to go over there. So it's a give and take there, but
he said it is a lot closer, or it wasn't?
It was. Like, the site that he originally wanted to go to would have been closer to him.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Lessons to take, man. If you have an option in where you can work and it's convenient for you, you should really stress to, like, tell them, like, yeah, this is far more convenient for me, and give them a reason why that is convenient and why it's going to be helpful and beneficial to the company to have you work in that location that is beneficial for you. Don't just go and willy-nilly just accept whatever the hell they're giving you, or whatever the hell they're offering. True. You have room for negotiation.
Yep. Because it's like I say, and while it's not exactly the same, shit, nigga, looking for a job is like a relationship, realistically, because while they're feeling you out, you need to be asking questions as well, because you shouldn't just be taking anything. You're not, like, unless you're just absolutely desperate, which that puts you in very compromising positions in pretty much any aspect of life. So again, yeah, you shouldn't just be taking whatever they give you. You need to ask questions and be assertive and be like, yeah, nah, bro, I want to go to this site. If you can't let me do that, I don't know what to tell you. I'm out of here. More than likely, they're going to give you the site because they need to fill, positions. They're just trying to be assholes.
And they could just shuffle people around and get them to the other location anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of leads me to this one last thing that I have to say is we're gonna have to most likely change the days that we do it, because I finally got a job, and occasionally it's supposed to be I might have to work Saturdays,
Right.
I mean, it's remote, but you know, the times that I said I'd want to work is definitely going to interfere with the days that I want to do stuff. But
Right.
especially the podcast episodes, because we typically do it around like 2:30, at least whenever these guys get off. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so that's probably going to be the schedule.
Yeah.
So we decided to do it another time or earlier, like way early in the day. So, but
Right.
to be determined.
To be determined for sure. Of course, we'll let you know in the preceding episode after this one.
All right.
So, yeah,
And
guys.
whatever
Super
changes
C.
that comes along.
Yes, sir. Like we said too, with the move happening, when it starts up, we'll be starting like season 2. I have to rename the playlist that I have all these episodes in. It's season 1 of the podcast. You know, go on season 2 and so on and so forth. I mean, I guess by this standard, every season should have like 30 episodes then, right? Because
Yep.
Yeah.
that's where this one's ended. So, yeah, that's about it, man. I don't really have much else. You guys.
All right.
All right. Well, you already know what it is. Kaibin Podcast, episode 32. Thank you for listening. Please like, comment, rate, and share. We appreciate you if you made it this far listening. And we will catch you guys later.
Peace.
Later.